Friends, let's give some tzedakah today, the 21st day of the month of Tevis, the day, as we mentioned yesterday, Chot Tevis, the day of the yahrzeit of the Rambam, and with Torah, with Tefillah, with tzedakah, and as I said yesterday, we're going to continue the conversation about Rambam. Unfortunately, we're still not in the Beis Hamikdash, and we still don't see the Rambam. But we're not giving up. We're certain that any second we will see him, especially the Rambam, because he himself was a descendant of King David. And in fact, during his time, he was considered Mashiach. In Yemen, they would say Kaddish, during our lifetimes, during the lifetime of the whole Jewish community, and they used to say, and during the lifetime of Rabbeinu Moshe ben Maimon, because they considered the Rambam the potential Mashiach of his generation. And this came about, as I mentioned yesterday, because of the letters that he wrote in support of the Jewish people that unfortunately were forcibly converted to Islam, and as he calls it, a Geras Hashmad, and encouraging the Jewish people, particularly in Yemen at that time, to stay steadfast in their Judaism and willingness for self-sacrifice. And he gave him tremendous support, although never being there, but just by letters of encouragement, he was thus recognized as the great leader of the Jewish people. There's an interesting story. There's a tradition in Fez concerning the time when people were being forced to convert to Islam. And Rambam was accused of one who was condemning Islam. So the story is told that one day he found himself being pursued by a band of bloodthirsty Muslims. Deja vu. He fled, but they were quicker than him. So he reached the first gate of the city, and they just about seized him. So in desperation he uttered the holy name of God, and suddenly out of nowhere a lion appeared and chased away a number of his pursuers. But then they renewed the chase, and he came to a second gate, and again he uttered the name of God, and then suddenly many of the band fell in chains that pinned them to the earth. But by the third gate, and he's still in danger, they're still being pursued, my man has pronounced again the name of God, and suddenly a pillar of fire descended and separated him from his would-be assassins. And apparently to this day, these gates are called the Lion Gate, the Gate of Chains, and the Gate of Fire. So Rambam didn't have it easy. And he had no choice, he had to flee. He couldn't stay in Morocco. So together with his family, once again he set out to journey. And this time he ended up in Egypt. And he settled in Fustat. And there, things were better for the Jewish community. They were able to live openly as Jews. And he stayed there till the end of his days. Just like his father was the Dayan, the judge of Cordova, he became the chief rabbi of Fustat. But he was of the opinion that one should not earn a livelihood from teaching Torah, from leading the Jewish community, and he became a physician. And that's how he supported himself as well as the family of his brother, because originally the brother was supporting him, but unfortunately the brother perished in the ship that sank on a business trip, and now he had to support his own family as well as the family of his brother David. He became so known as a tremendous physician that he became the personal physician for the Sultan. Yet, although he writes in one of his letters that I'm day and night I'm busy taking care of people, nevertheless, for not one moment did he stop in his learning Torah. And he authored many books, including his main work, the Mishneh Torah. The Mishneh Torah, which as he himself says, includes in it the entire vast knowledge of Torah. The written law, the oral law, all the halachas, to the point that if one studies his book, one has studied the entire Torah. Originally it was seen a little bit not well accepted by all, but eventually everybody recognized the greatness of him and his teachings. To the point that as engraved on his tombstone in Tiberia, Mi Moshe ad Moshe lekom ke Moshe, from Moshe Rabbeinu until Moshe ben Maimon, there were none like him. And as I said earlier, in fact, he was considered Moshiach. So may we have Moshiach now, and we'll see the Rambam with us in the Beis HaMikdash.